Crystal and Toni are no longer friends, so now they're airing out each other's business. So Toni exposed that Crystal was talking to Ed, the guy that Crystal is with now, while she was dating Jazz. Timestamps is pinned in the comments if you want to skip ahead.
Crystal met Ed when I had came to Houston with him. We was all at this club or whatever, they met. This is the first allegation I want to put down. I never put down Crystal and Ed together. I never put them down together. We all came out together, and Ed talked to her on her own, and at the time she was dating Jazz. So we was all at the club, and she literally went over there. He went over to her and they started talking. Ed got a mouth of his own. The only thing me and Ed used to always talk about in our friendship was he don't want to do the same things that he used to do in Miami. He want to branch out. He want to do more stuff. And I was an influencer, and I'm like, well, I like your vibe and I like how you is with me. You make me feel comfortable when I'm around these influencers, because sometimes I don't really like to speak. So you make me comfortable because you could talk on your own. You're not a weirdo. You could talk to the men and you could talk to the women. So I wanted Ed to come around, period, you know? So he went and he talked to Crystal. Crystal and him exchanged numbers, and they kept up with a friendship. You know, they kept up with a friendship throughout the time. So Ed had a girlfriend. He had a girlfriend. She had Jazz, and they were just like friends or whatever. I didn't even know that they was fully on the phone for real till like me and Crystal started getting closer, and she was calling Ed in front of me, and I started realizing that their relationship was more on the phone and stuff and everything. But mind you, they both were still in relationships. Okay, they both were still in relationships.
The allegation is y'all fell out because of you and Ed relationship, and that's not true.
That me and Crystal fell out. No, me and Crystal, we already had our own problems before that. We had our own problems before, and I had forgave her. And this is why I get mad at myself, y'all, because I be already knowing not to befriend back people who do shit to me, because I still feel a type of way a little bit about the shit that already happened. So I try not to do that. But in the influencer world, these YouTubers and all that, they will do some weird shit to each other and then sit in each other's face and forgive each other and shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I was around that shit for so long, I started pushing shit to the side that they was doing that was really like bothering me. You know what I'm saying? Because she was been doing stuff that was irritating me, and then I thought she was becoming a real friend, and then she did some weird shit again that had threw me off. So I'm gonna go into the argument she was talking about last night. Okay, so last night she was bringing up the last encounter that we had. This is not why I think we fell out. I think this was the straw that ended everything. It was so much built up shit, but this is not what caused us. Well, no, this was the last straw for sure. That was the last straw for sure.
But it was animosity.
It was already animosity that led us to not being cool. Ed and Crystal had got into a fight. They got into a fight. Me and Noonie wasn't speaking, but Noonie was at the house when they got into a fight. Noonie FaceTimes me or whatever. And when Noonie FaceTimed me, she had flipped the camera and she showed me the living room area of Crystal house. So on the floor, it was like broken glass. It was like broke shit in the house or whatever. It was broken stuff in the house. Noonie putting the phone up, she like, Ed came in here wilding on Crystal. Ed came in here wilding on Crystal. They just got into it. They getting into it bad or whatever. And mind you, I'm in Miami. So it's Ed, Noonie, and Crystal at one house. I'm in Miami. So when she FaceTimed me and she showed me, I'm like, what they got into it about? Mind you, before they got into that fight, both of them was going through couple shit already. I'm not gonna put it out there, but they was already going through couple shit. Like Crystal was calling me with problems that she was peeping with Ed and she had with Ed, but that was her, I guess, venting or whatever. And then he was calling with problems that he had, that he started peeping about Crystal or whatever, because they were still fresh. They had just got together. Noonie had FaceTime me and told me that. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, okay, well, Noonie, stay out of it, because if Ed get too mad, I don't want him to start snapping on you, so stay out of it. That's what I told Noonie. So, boom, me and Noonie get off the phone. Ed called me. So when Ed called me or whatever, me and him get on the phone, and I told Ed, I said, boy, you tripping. I said, you know you ain't going out with none of them girls you go out with in Miami. You going out with an influencer. You try that crazy shit, she gon' what? Like she did today. She gonna run to the internet. She gonna, you can't be doing that. And I was like, and you definitely can't, not saying Ed put his hands on females, but I'm like, you can't fight her. You can't fight her. I told him that on the phone. So what he told me, he like, oh, Toni, I ain't put my hands on her, sis. I ain't put my hands on her. I ain't do nothing with her. Da, 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 da. So I said, oh, so you didn't put your hands on her? He said no. So I said, so why they making it seem like it was this big old thing? So while Ed trying to explain something to me, Crystal called me, right? Mind you, like I said, I'm in Miami, so I'm not up there. I don't know what's going on. I'm not up there. So Noonie had called me first, and then it was Ed, and then Crystal called me. So when I said, Ed, hold on, this is Crystal. I get on the phone with Crystal. Crystal is crying. So Crystal's crying hysterical. So she like, your brother just she going off. She going off. She going off. So when she like, your brother did this and that, and she going off or whatever, and I'm listening to what she's saying, I'm hearing her what she's saying. And you know, at the time, she vented to me by herself in the car. She telling me. So I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. She was like, and then she told me her brother was coming to check Ed. Her brother was coming to check Ed. So I'm like, okay, boom. She get off the phone with me. Ed start blowing me up too. So I answer the phone for Ed. I'm like, what's up? Tony. I'm like, yeah. He like, I did not put my hands on her. So I'm like, okay, explain. So he starts saying, he like, I didn't put my hands on her. I didn't do none of that. Da, 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 da. I'm like, all right, bet you ain't do none of that. So then he get to saying, but you know when a person tell you the story, but you're not up there. So he was leaving out shit. And I started realizing he was leaving out shit because looking back at it, when Crystal was arguing with me, she was trying to say because I was high. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't smoked before I got on the phone with Crystal. I ain't smoked or nothing. I was already on 10 because while I was on the phone with Ed go say, and then all of a sudden while I'm arguing with her, she just outright say we in cahoots with each other. So I had took that a type of way because I was like, why would you say that we in cahoots with each other when before y'all popped out on the media, I told you, because y'all remember Crystal was messing with that dyke Cece. Y'all remember Crystal was messing with that dyke Cece. Crystal ain't have to fuck Cece. Crystal did not have to kiss Cece. Crystal didn't have to do nothing with Cece, right? But Cece liked it Crystal. You get what I'm saying? Cece liked it Crystal. So Crystal was getting shit out of CC. No cap. I ain't even gonna fly. Crystal was getting shit out of CC. And she was telling me like she wanted, CC had just got her AP. She was telling me she wanted to get a car. She was telling me she wanted to pay off all her bills. So when she told me that, I told her, well, girl, no shade. I said, you and Ed aren't official. I was like, so, because she came to me and she asked me realistically, and Ed used to talk to her about CC as well. Because Ed was, like I said, playing that friend role with her, playing that little role, and telling her to milk CC. Because at the time, Ed was like, she putting the AP on your wrist. I ain't finna put no AP on your wrist. Milk that hoe. You get what I'm saying? So when she came to me, I told her, I said, look, I was like, as a woman, you like the stuff that CC gives you. I was like, and you have Ed. I said, if I was the kid, I said, keep your trick for however long you keep her, because at the time she was presenting CC as a trick to me. So I was like, keep your trick, and then when you ready to settle down, you pop out with Ed to the world. That's how I told her to do it. I told her to get her Range Rover from CC and shit, keep the AP. You get what I'm saying? Like, yes, Ed told her to keep her trick. No, I told her to keep her. So Ed knew everything about CC. They was dating while Crystal was with CC. You gotta understand that. Y'all gotta put that in your head. Like, Ed was keeping it playing. Ed was keeping that shit P. Like, you getting an AP on your wrist. This girl paying your bills, all type of shit. Like, you feel me? And all I gotta do is reap with the conversation. Like, you get what I'm saying? Ed was keeping it P. Like, everybody was on the same page because she presented it like CC was her trick, but she really liked Ed. Crystal never said she never didn't like Ed. She always presented it like she liked Ed. CC was this and that, and she wanted to get more shit. And Ed was just saying like, okay, after you get to this certain point, then you got to cut her off, and then it's me and you. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was doing. So when Ed came on the phone and was like, oh, she just outright said y'all in cahoots with each other, I felt the type of way, because I'm like, girl, how me and this boy in cahoots with each other? And I told you to keep your trick and all this stuff, like, in the midst of the argument. That was my whole thing. I was like, how is that a thing, you know? So when Ed said on the phone, like, oh, she just started snapping on me, and I was holding her back. I was holding her. That's all I was doing. I did not hit her. I was just holding her, and I was telling her, and she just outright said that we in cahoots with each other. So I'm like, what? So after me and him get off the phone, I call Crystal. So when I call Crystal like, hello? I'm like, Crystal, I just got off the phone with Ed. Why you telling Ed, like, me and him in cahoots with each other. I'm like, when I was the one that told you to keep your trick and to wait for the pop out before you had fully popped out. Just make sure you feel me. Like, how am I in cahoots with him? So I was so on 10 when I got on the phone. I ain't gonna lie. When I had got on the phone, like I said, I ain't smoking nothing. I wasn't really trying to hear. I was kind of really frustrated with all of them calling the back and forth. And I ain't gonna lie. I had already felt a type of way towards Crystal for a whole different thing. So when she was around there saying that to Ed, I really took it like, bitch, you trying to be funny. Because what you mean I'm in cahoots with this nigga? Like, and then you calling me, trying to tell me what he did, and I'm calling this nigga to snap on him because I'm thinking y'all done got into it real bad. Well, that's what I thought at the time. I thought that y'all had got into it real bad, or how Noonie flipped the camera and showed me everything was damaged. I thought the fight was that bad. So I'm calling him to make sure he don't do nothing crazy to you, and you saying we in cahoots. So while I'm snapping on her while she talking, Crystal was trying to talk to me. She was trying to tell me how she was in cahoots, because apparently this is the part that Ed left out. And this is why Crystal thought we was in cahoots. Because apparently when Crystal sent her brother there to go check Ed or whatever, Ed was basically telling the brother shit. But that's what Ed was leaving out to me on the phone. You get what I'm now? Y'all get what I'm trying to say? Let me know if y'all get what I'm trying to say, or I gotta explain that a little bit better. It's been on cahoots. Like we apart, like me and Ed trying to play together on her top or whatever. Okay, explain. Okay. So y'all remember when I told y'all Noonie FaceTimed me and showed me that the house was damaged or whatever, right? Y'all remember that part? And they had got into it. And y'all remember when I said Crystal called me trying to say, oh, your brother did this and that. And she was like, I'm finna send my brother over here. My brother finna come check him. Remember Crystal said she had a brother coming to check him. The brother had came and Ed was upstairs, I guess, talking to the brother about whatever. Because like I said, I wasn't in Houston. I wasn't there for the conversation. But apparently Ed was talking to this brother and telling this brother stuff that I guess me and him conversated about or whatever. But Ed failed to come back and tell me that. Like, he failed to come back and tell me. He just came on the phone and was like, Crystal started snapping on me out of nowhere and saying that we in cahoots with each other. So it had got me hype a little bit, because I'm like, because on the phone with him, I said, why would she say we in cahoots with each other? So when I had called Crystal, and I'm like, Crystal, why you saying we in cahoots with each other when I told you to keep your trick? And wait to pop out with Ed. I want you to pop out with Ed. I said, wait, just wait till you get your shit. I never, how me and him in cahoots with each other about you or whatever. She was like, no, because he went to my brother or whatever, saying, and then this is what Crystal said. This was the first thing she said. She was like, you told him not to buy me nothing. That was the first thing she had said. So when she said that, I said, I told Ed not to buy you nothing. Because now I'm confused. And that's the part that Ed was leaving out. Because I'm thinking Crystal just on the phone talking. The whole time, that's why I was like, it was so much miscommunication and why me and Crystal was arguing the way we was. Because when he explained his side to me, he explained it to me on some, she tripping. I just went out there to talk to her, trying to see what was wrong with her. And then she just brought you up and shit. I sent her a screenshot. This me and Ed messages right here, right? And Ed had sent me an LV bag. And Ed was like, as my friend, do you think she deserve it right now? So I got tired of him asking me if he should, you feel me? So I said, bro, do you want to get it? Look, I said, bro, do you want to get it? He said, yeah, for her birthday. I said, it's nothing wrong with buying your girl something. If you want to give it to her, give it to her. He said, all right, right? That was just an example. Then when me and Crystal had got back on the phone, she was trying to explain it to me, but I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Me and her was yelling so much at each other. I'm over there like, me and her was yelling so much at each other. I'm not trying to hear shit this bitch saying. So I'm over there like, girl, shut the fuck up, bitch. Because when I get mad and I didn't smoke, I be like, girl, shut the fuck up, bitch. You ain't talk about nothing. Dumbass, you got a dick for a brain. I ain't gonna lie, I was saying all of that on the phone. And she was trying to talk to me at first till I was getting disrespectful, and that bitch started getting disrespectful. Because both of our mouths, we both finna get up there with each other, because we've been friends for that long, so we know about each other. We know the buttons to push, and we know what to say to each other. So you damn right we was going back and forth with each other on the phone. So then when we got off the phone or whatever, I called Ed. So when I call Ed or whatever, you know when you get off the phone for 5 minutes or whatever and you start to think about what's going on, like you start to think about, so I'm starting to think about what Crystal was saying, even though I was yelling over her. I'm starting to think, so I say something ain't right. I'm like, Crystal ain't just gonna be like, you feel me, we in cahoots, whatever. So I called Ed back. I'm like, Ed, I don't know what type of games you on, but this your second time playing with me when it come to Crystal, bruh. I'm like, you try to make it this competition or this thing where you gotta choose between your bitch and your friend, and it shouldn't have to be like that. And I said that to him on the phone, and I could call everybody that got like witnesses. I said, you shouldn't have to be like this with your friend and your girl. Like, what is you doing right now? How it went was, Ed told me first, because Ed got on the phone with me to explain what had happened before Crystal and Noonie called me. But he don't even know. Noonie had FaceTime me on the slick, showing me the whole crib, showing me that the crib fucked up everything. So I'm looking at the crib, I'm thinking, because how the glass on the floor was, I thought, you know what I thought. You know, I thought he rocked her shit. If I'm being honest, I thought he rocked her shit. I thought he hit, I was like, and I'm like, this is Crystal. Like, Crystal will go and say something if you don't rock her shit. Like, whatever.
Him in there, like, I used to be talking to my friends about him type shit. Like, oh, what you think about Ed? Like, do you think Ed really for me? Da. You know how girls do. Like, we always gotta ask our friends, like, what they feel like. Because they, no shade, like, Shia ain't really seen me, like, with no man before. So it was like, I ain't seen myself with no man before. Like, am I doing the right thing? Like, you know, shit like that. So I used to do that with not only Shia, but my other friend at the time. I ain't gonna keep saying her name. But where the clip at? It's up here. So I keep doing that shit, like, oh yeah, like, what y'all think about Ed? Blase. And for the most part, I was hearing good shit. But then I'll be hearing bad shit. And it's like, okay, cool. The shit that I was hearing that was bad, I will be applying it. So I guess around that time, I had heard some shit that, I won't say rubbed me wrong, because I ain't really, like, pressed about nothing or nobody. So it was like, I bet. So, you know, like, when you get put on beat about something, like, you just start moving accordingly type shit. So it's like, I'm probably not as affectionate to him and all type of weird shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I probably was acting weird to him. Boom. Girl, I'm talking about this video that's going viral, and they got it real misconstrued. They think I'm the weirdo. Wrong message. Right message, wrong sender, wrong recipient. Okay, boom. Back to the story. So, my boyfriend pulled me to the side at the time, and he like, oh, I feel like you don't like me. Why would you feel like I don't like you? I don't do nothing. Like, I ain't really did shit. Like, I'm acting different, but I ain't really, like, acted different for him to feel like... I ain't really acted different for him to feel like I ain't like him. But what I did know was, like I said, I was having my one-on-ones with my friends. And I was telling her, like, yeah, I don't know, like... Basically, like, my mood shifted a little bit. Because I'm like, damn, like, such and such just told me this. They knew each other before they knew me. So... why would I not believe her? And this is my friend that stay with me every day, that do everything with me every day. I drive around every day, be in my house every day. Like, why wouldn't I believe her? Like, you feel me? Bitch. Y'all, the shit was so crazy. If I tell y'all the sneaky shit that was done behind my back, like... man, and y'all keep saying, like, why you not mad at Ed? Why you not mad at Ed? Do you think you're the problem? Why the fuck would I be the problem? So they like, why you not mad at Ed? Why you not mad at Ed? Boom. Basically, without speaking in code, this is what it was. I was telling my friend, basically, because she was on some shit, like, basically it started when it was this situation. I ended up calling her, and I'm like, yeah, Ed said that he finna send me some flowers. She like, girl, you ain't finna do that shit. Like, Ed just saying anything. Like, he ain't finna do that shit. Whole time, he done planned with her on the back end to do the shit for me. So, okay, boom. Then she was telling, like, my friends around me shit about my nigga, but wouldn't come tell me. So, it was like you was damn near telling them, but you wasn't, like, trying to come tell me directly. You feel me? Like, you was telling them so that they'll come tell me, but you don't even want the messenger to be you. Which is cool, whatever, because you don't want to be middleman, whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be, she was going back to East Side doing weird shit. I was getting recorded. Motherfuckers was sending voice memos to me on the phone when I was on the phone with my friends. They was sitting, like, it was just a whole bunch of weird, sneaky shit being done, to be honest. Yeah, like, it was weird. It was getting real weird. And I ended up finding this out after all of this shit ended up happening. Boom, this is what happened. After I told my friend at the time that I felt a way about recorded. After I told my friend that I felt the way, or really, I didn't even get a chance to tell. Because like I said, y'all keep saying, why you not telling? Why you not mad at Ed? Why you not mad at Ed? Ed really ain't do shit wrong. He hearing this shit from the bitch that's supposed to be my friend, that's supposed to be our friends. You feel me? Like, what the fuck? So, boom, it was this one situation. I ain't gonna lie, y'all know I used to talk to this nigga named Mars. That was Ed's idea. I used to talk to this nigga named Mars. Me and Marv, we weren't really a thing. We weren't really a thing for real. Like, it was what it was. When I first got single again, like, I was just doing anything. I ain't gonna lie. Anyways, I ended up stopped talking to Marv. Somebody wanted some weed, right? I'm like, shit, I don't know no weed man for real. Whatchamacallit was like, girl, get the weed. It ain't no deal. Do you know that bitch went back and told my nigga everything? Oh, we went to go get weed. Or I think he ended up finding out some way, some form, but she ended up telling him some shit like, oh yeah, Crystal was outside talking to the nigga Marv and blase, and all type of weird shit. So I'm like, yeah? Oh, okay. Mind you, I'm outside getting the weed because you want the weed. Bitch, I was straight. I got me a weed man. Anyways, tell me because your best friend made her feel comfortable. I mean, because your nigga made her feel comfortable. Nah, it ain't even just that, boo. Shit, if I'm getting tea about my nigga, why would I stop getting tea about my nigga? No shade. I'm not wrong for getting the tea about my nigga. Shit, what the fuck my nigga doing that? You feel me? And then it's supposed to be our friend. So it's like we taking her advice. And it's like she's telling us both different things. Basically to like get us against each other. Boom. Fast forward. When the shit happened, I get that. Y'all in cahoots around this bitch. So y'all keep saying, oh, you not mad at Ed? I was mad at Ed. I was mad as fuck at Ed, which is hence why I came in the house and I smacked the fuck out of Ed. Like, I was not playing. Y'all keep trying to make it seem like I was just, oh, da-da-da-da, like, oh, you just letting that nigga do whatever, and you with that bitch, and she da-da-da, you da-da-da, like, making it seem like I'm just, like, such an anti-girls girl. No, that's not the case. When I came in the house and I smacked the fuck out of Ed, I came back, I smacked him because the bitch told me, like, oh, you telling Ed we in cahoots. I could tell him all your business and da-da-da-da, and just going into like the nitty-gritty. Because no shade, what I was saying at the time was, y'all in cahoots around this bitch. Because if you going back, because at this time, like, I didn't really know for real. I didn't know for real that they was like, that she was doing that shit. Because it's like, she'll do it to me and she'll do it to him type shit. And it's like, we'll both be taking her advice because in our eyes, this is our real friend. Whole time, I'm not knowing that she recorded me. And it's a whole bunch of shit that she was going back telling mutual people that we was friends with and shit, so they had to get back to me. And it's like, I'm pretty sure he don't know that you saying that. She probably wants you. I don't know. But look, fast forward, she gets to saying like, oh, I could tell all your business. Got to saying like, you feel me? Shit that I didn't even think this bitch knew. So I'm like, oh, okay. Bitch, you feeling like that girl. So we end up getting into it real bad. And then that's what started everything. Like, that bitch was just talking too fucking crazy out the side of her mouth. And I let her ass have it. And I let it be that ever since. Trying to blackmail me. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, okay. That's what we do. And it's like, no shit. I be knowing a lot of shit. And I would never, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, even right now, if she get up here and talk some shit, I still probably won't even say the shit that I know about her. So it's like, what type of shit is that? Like, bitch, you a weirdo, gang. Like, and that's why I said, then shit got even weirder, gang. Like, let me tell you. She left her phones home next week. Talks to me nicely, period. She left her phones down here. When we had went to Miami, I had let her see this purse. Y'all know that pink Prada purse that I had got? Have y'all seen me with that purse? Y'all, I had got a pink diamond Prada purse. I took it to Miami with me. Crystal, read the comments. No, she could never be my friend again. I took my purse to fucking Miami. I let her see the purse. Let her see the fucking purse. I never seen my purse again. We fall out. She want to get her phones. She want to get all her shit. Mind you, I have everything at my house. You can get your shit, gang. I don't want your raggedy ass phones. You can have these bitches back. But I want my purse back. Do y'all know this bitch? Now, this is the icing on the cake. And you tell me if I'm fucking weird now. Do you know that bitch tried to act like I was holding her phones captive because she couldn't find my purse? You couldn't find my purse. Alright, bitch, you ain't getting shit back then. This is what made the shit tricky. Because her and my nigga was friends, that bitch got up there and fucking called the police to his house to get her phones. Called my nigga mama, told his mama that I don't fuck with him and X, Y, and Z. I'm not the girl for him. And little do she know I be talking shit about him. And Ed don't need to be paying my rent. And Ed, like all type of weird shit, gang. Like it was just a whole bunch of shit. But not the mama. How the fuck did she get her number? She reached out to his sister. His sister didn't know what the fuck was going on. Mind you, they've been best friends. So she didn't think nothing of it when she gave the number up, and shit, it was on some whole other shit, some whole mixy shit. And it's like, oh my grandma, that made me want to smack the fuck out that bitch. I'm gonna lie to you. Like, y'all keep saying, oh, why you ain't get mad at Ed? The shit that Ed did, like, oh, y'all in cahoots, da-da-da. Okay, that's little shit. We can get past that. Bitch, you tried to air my business out. You stole my purse. You say you didn't steal it. You lost my purse. You called my nigga mama. Like, bitch. Ooh. Then had the nerve to be staying with me, recording me. Like, bitch, it's child. Shit get weird. Square up. No shade. Like, square up. She wanted him. She was looking for support. Recording your combos, got it. Literally. So y'all tell me if I'm the weird bitch. I ain't no fucking weird bitch. Then it was a whole bunch more shit that I found out. I really just don't give a fuck that much to tell y'all. But I do want y'all to stop saying that I'm the fucking weird one. Like, bitch, I taught that bitch how to do makeup. Taught that bitch how to fix her hair up a little bit. This is what you do to me? This is what you do to me? Oh, okay. All right. Who this about? Y'all do the thing y'all do. No, he not friends with her. No shit. I told Ed, if you talk back to that bitch after everything that you told me that bitch did behind my back, I will not talk to you again. And that's just what it was. This is what you do to me. Like, bitch, I was there for you. Like, bitch, I opened up my crib to you. I let you drive my car. I was feeding you. Bitch, I was cooking meals out the ass. Like, what? Bitch. When I went outside, you went outside. When I had that shit on, you had that shit on. Like, bitch, the audacity of you. That's why me and Noonie so tight like we is now, no shade. Cause my grandma, that Noonie ain't never did no snake shit to me. And my grandma, anything that she said behind my back, anything that we done said behind each other back, or da-da-da-da, we could say right to each other's face and we can get right back cool. That's one thing about it. Did that weird one. Harry Monte calling me, y'all. Toni said, can she get her phones back? Please just get a girl her phones back. I said, Monte, I'm not giving her back. I'm not giving her back her shit. Like, she got to come up with my purse. How the fuck do you lose my purse? She's like, I get it. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I get it. You said her name. I don't give a fuck at this point. I want her to respond back because please say I'm lying. Please say I have everything to back it up. Bitch, don't let me pull this iPad out. Don't let me pull this iPad out. Nah, I don't miss her. But y'all ass on this bitch trying to make it seem like I'm the weirdo. Now I'm finna put everything on the floor. Because I really was been supposed to do that. Not the iPad. Trust. Don't let me bring this iPad out. But this happened like August of last year, like right before my birthday. Hence why she wasn't at my birthday. And it's pink, okay? Don't let me pull out no iPad. Phone would have been in pieces. And you know the crazy part is, she sent somebody to my boyfriend's house, and that was like the last straw. Ain't gonna lie, I gave her back her shit. And I told her, when I see that bitch, I'ma smack her. Like, it ain't even, like, bitch, you threatened. Like, I have the messages, y'all. She like, if you don't give me back my phone, I'm gonna have the police come to Ed's house. Bitch, you police ass bitch. Stay the fuck away from me. No shade, bitch. No shade, you police ass bitch. I just know I can't smack you because your ass gonna sit here and call the police again. Like, her ass scary.